Christian music and Disney theme songs, and hush little baby too. She eats chocolate and cheese and she drinks Sprite. Sarah Elizabeth.
What is up, you guys? It is me, SEC. Okay, welcome back to my channel and welcome if you're new. If you are new and like to see more of my videos, then please don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below. But I just want to wish you a very happy new year. I hope that this first week of 2023 has been a wonderful start to the new year. And if it hasn't, I hope that it turns around quickly for you. But today, I just kind of want to talk a little bit about going into the new year and what my goals and aspirations are. As most of y'all probably know, I'm not a big New Year's resolutions fan because, as we all have experienced firsthand, they often do not come to fruition throughout the year. So I think rather than trying and failing, I might as well just not even fool myself on that kind of stuff. However, I do often try and set goals for myself concerning just like long-term things, whether I can accomplish them this year or I can accomplish them somewhere in the future. I do like to have certain aspirations for the next parts of my life. So this year is going to be quite a year of change, and that's kind of the key word that the Lord has kind of placed on my heart. Last year was about dreaming big and asking God for big things. It was just like big was kind of the word. And this year the Lord has been really placing the word change on my heart, and I am not a big fan of change, so that word is very intimidating to me. But I am going into my senior semester. At the time of posting this, I will be moving back into my dorm. So I'm going into my senior semester of college this year, and it is very intimidating to be preparing to go into the real world that I have been kind of on my own, but kind of not, and now I'm planning on having a career and having to make these big decisions of whether I'm going to come back home or if I'm going to go off and stay in Rome or if I'm going to go somewhere else. So there's a lot of changes happening there, and it's intimidating, but I'm excited for what this year is going to bring. For what this past year has brought with 2022, it has been such a blessing that the Lord has put on me. There's been many ups and downs, just like every other year, but He has brought me so many opportunities that I would never have been able to dream of. So one of those things was being able to kind of get more involved into missions work, and I was called into the mission field at 15, so I've always had the heart for it, and I love working in ministry. I love having this YouTube channel to be able to kind of use this platform as a ministry, and so that's always sort of been the extent of missions that I've had so far. So back in 2021, I had the opportunity in December, so sort of near the end of the year, to go on a mission trip to Kentucky, and it kind of got my toes in the water. But then in the spring of 2022, I got the opportunity to go to Utah on a mission trip and work with a variety of different people, get to learn more about the culture that is in Utah, and be able to witness to Mormons and to be able to witness to people that don't necessarily know about the word or are deceived by the word. And so it was an amazing opportunity that opened my eyes, and it truly prepared me for the next amazing opportunity that arose, which was to be able to go to Alaska. Now, as I said before, I don't make resolutions, but I do make a lot of goals, and I do have a lot of dreams. I love to dream big, and the Lord loves to show up and show out on those dreams. So one of those things has always been to go to Alaska. Alaska has had my heart for as long as I can remember, and I think it's so funny because I love the cold. That's one of my favorite things ever. And I was talking to my brother one day when I was really little and been like, hey, I love the cold. He's like, okay, cool. And I'm like, I'm going to move somewhere really cold. And he's like, okay. And I was like, where's the coldest place? And he's the big brother, so he's going to be like, okay, whatever. And he's like, probably like Alaska or Antarctica. And I'm like, well, Alaska it is. Okay, that sounds great. So it's the silliest reasoning for having that, but the Lord uses just the silliest and simplest things that we don't even think about. And so I've always had this desire to go to Alaska. I've always had the desire to go to mission work, but I never put the two together. And then the Lord opened the door for me to be able to go and serve all summer. If you haven't seen those videos, I would love for you to check them out. I'll put them in the cards up there and also maybe in the description box. But I got the opportunity to do that and serve 2.5 months over the summer, and it was such an amazing opportunity. And also in 2022, I was in my nursing program. This has been one of the most incredibly difficult experiences I've ever had, and people always say like, oh, nursing school's so hard, like it's so hard, and I'm like, yeah, but it's okay, that's your experience, like let me have my experience, you have yours, it's okay. But it has really been challenging, not necessarily the material as much as the mental and physical struggle that is added on to the study material. It is one of those areas that you see the hurt, not only physically but spiritually, and then you feel that mentally because you're the ones trying to take care of them. And as a student, there's not a lot you can do because you're just trying to learn. So it's been quite a wild ride this past year. So I'm excited to see what this new year brings. And some of the goals that I have this year are very similar. I was looking back to previous years. I've never had like a big list of things, but I had filmed a video back in 2017 when I was first getting my channel started, and I never ended up posting it, but I think it is the funniest thing to go back and look at and see how the Lord has moved, because I was looking at it and watching it back, and it was like, I want to travel more, I want to be able to get more into missions, and then like the Lord opens these doors for me to go to all these different places and be able to just experience Him in so many ways. And then even going farther back into, I was in 2nd grade and I had this paper I found the other day, and it was like my New Year's resolutions, because that's what you do in elementary school, is filler work sometimes. So in that, we had to do our New Year's resolutions, and mine was like, be nicer to my friends and family. We're still working on that past Sarah Elizabeth, and that's still a good goal to have for the future, as well as get closer to my relationship with the Lord and to be able to travel more. So like, as we all know, considering that my intro song was written when I was 2.5, I am not a very big person on change. I have changed throughout the years, but in very minute details of my life. The big parts typically stay the same. So as far as the goals for this year, I would still love to travel more. I'm really hoping that the Lord opens opportunities for me to have more ministry opportunities and to be able to grow my reach on YouTube. I absolutely love making these videos for y'all and for me as well, to be able to look back and see where He's brought us to and from. So I'm very excited to see what this new year brings concerning all of that. And then I'm also kind of excited but also kind of nervous concerning the future of my career, because this is a very different aspect of my life than I ever thought it would be. It is a career that I am grateful for, because I'm excited to see how the Lord's going to use it and the people that I'm going to be able to meet and that are going to be able to touch me, and that maybe the Lord will use me to touch. However, it is definitely a 360 turn to what I expected my life to look like, in all honesty. So I'm excited to see how He's planning to use it and what He's going to do and where He's going to place me at the end of this semester. And I'm excited to be able to carry y'all along with that process and kind of keep you updated concerning what the thoughts and plans are. Another thing that I'm striving to do is taming my tongue, because I am a very sarcastic and dry-humored person, but I'm also a very blunt person. So sometimes it turns into, I'm not meaning to be rude and I'm not meaning to hurt someone's feelings, but it definitely can be that way. As we know, it's a two-edged sword right there. Yeah. and it is a very big struggle that I have that I'm hoping to work on, and I've continually been praying about that because I know I can't do it on my own. I've tried to do it on my own, and it works about 2 seconds, and then the next I'm like, look. So I'm definitely striving towards improving upon that. And then also, I'm hoping to get into some new skills this year. What that may look like, to be determined. Maybe learning a new language, maybe learning how to knit, maybe learning how to make my own clothes. We shall see. But I am excited to just kind of grow and develop this year, and I hope that you guys will be able to find encouragement in this, that I seriously do not have my life figured out, and if you do, congratulations. Please let me know how you did it. But I have never been in a position like I have this year where I don't know my next steps. I wish I knew what was coming, and I don't. I've always been the type of person that this is my plan, whether it works out or not, I have it, and I'm gonna keep going this way until the Lord tells me to go a different way. And that's the way it's always been, but this time I'm really having to trust in the Lord about what He's got planned for me, because right now I have no inklings about what the future may hold, and that's incredibly scary. However, I think it's going to be a very big growth period of my life, and I'm just having to trust in Him in all honesty. So, yeah. If you have made some New Year's resolutions, or if you just have some long-term goals that you would love to share, please comment that in the comment section down below. And yeah, I'm so excited for what 2023 has for each and every one of us, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!